Hello and welcome to another dramatic reading by me, Anjan84. Today we're going to be doing chapter 11 of Super Sentai vs. Super Sentai, another successful mission. And this will probably last for a while since I'm going to be moving house shortly and it may take me a while to reset everything up. That said, I'm going to be skipping over the author's note, pretty much noting it's going to be continuous updates. Now he's just not really getting a lot of variety in reviews. And on to the chapter itself. And music. Start at. The enemy base still had one artifact from Bandora's palace remaining, the telescope. While nobody had been using it, when Lamy came across it, she felt nostalgic. Ah, the telescope, she muttered. Bandora's son used to watch with this. Maybe I should as well. With that, she put her eyes to the telescope and started watching the earth. What she ended up watching was a wedding. Lots of children were cheering for bride and bridegroom. This, of course, irritated Lamy. Ugh, human weddings. Disgusting. Especially with so many children cheering. My marriage of Kafora's at least is much better. Peace and quiet. But this is so sickening. Ah, darling, I miss you so much. Well, if it's so sickening, why don't you find a way to ruin it? The voice of Umbrella caught Lamy's attention and made her jump out of surprise eyes and stopped her from watching further. Umbrella! Well, actually, that was a perfect idea, Lamy said. I should make a monster for that. You know, this monster creation turn out to be more fun than I thought. Yes, just make sure you channel that rage and irritation in making that monster, Umbrella said to her. In fact, I want to ask you for a favour when you finished creating that monster. You see, there's a sculptor I know. When you, it said, not when you, which is more accurate. In the meantime, back in Bonds, Taku was using what he had in knowledge of technology to dwell through the database of Bonds. Okay, this should be here, he muttered, clicking through a computer. What are you doing? Hoji was just passing by us, shocking Taku as he looked behind. Whoa, Hoji, didn't see you come in, Taku said. Something bugged me about that Hiroaki guy and that Akabedi mentioned. I want to dig deeper. Bugging? Come to think of it, yeah, he was a little too mysterious. Hoji says he opened another part of the database. I'll help find out. Perhaps you want me to teach you about digging through databases. Well, I guess that'd be appreciated, Taku said with a slightly sheepish smile. Admittedly, he couldn't be a master of this advanced technology in an overnight. I think that should have just been in a night or overnight. Technology here far surpassed what I had in my time. Don't say that, it surpassed mine too, Hoji replied. Not to brag, but I suppose who? What the hell does that even mean? Have been adept in computers can help you out. Ah, it could have been worded better. Much appreciated, thanks. As Taku thanked him, Hoji started to give Taku several tips about the current technology and how to utilize them in the actual database. Contents are mostly similar to a History of Super Sentai book, along with something even too ancient for him to describe. After almost half an hour, Taku stumbled into a weird text. Huh? What's this? 7 colours to defeat the enemy, 7 colours to lead the way. Some kind of hint or prophecy? Hoji wondered. In an age like this. In age they still used prophecy? Wait, it could be true. Let's see, we had red, blue, pink, black and yellow. Taku tried to count his allies while thinking till he remembered several things. First, while reading a History of Super Sentai book, he did find some green and white coloured warriors as well, aside of several other exotic colours. Besides, he was reminded of an old one-time ally, Asuka Ryo, otherwise known as X1 Mask. Taku remembered he was of the green colour. Perhaps it's telling me that with this many warriors I might not succeed in my endeavour. There's a continuation, Hoji mentioned, reading further. It's hard to read completely on the rest, but I think I can read irregular on that. Irregular? What does that mean? Taku wondered. It means it's not normal. In the corners of the city, there was a small house. It was inhabited by a small alien, short on stature, which looked like a standing mole, except without the nose. But it doesn't look that much like a mole. This one was a male. He's working as some sort of sculptor. But for some reason he hadn't been able to produce one thing. No good. I can't get a good imagination. It may be to try stealing someone else's. But nobody wants to be my model. So is it lack of imagination or a lack of a model? The sculpting alien sighed, kicking on the ground in annoyance. This rate I'd never get out of poverty. Model, you say? Voices heard someone open the door. None of them, both Umbrella and Lammy. You're that agent Umbrella I've heard about, but I had the deco in just... The sculptor was surprised looking at Umbrella, but he then realised who he was. What do you want? Sculptor Michael of the planet Angelo. Oh, Umbrella stated. Seriously? It would take more than that to kill me. Atlas, I'd like to strike a deal with you. It won't cost big. It won't cost big. What's the deal? I heard that your family possessed an amulet called Sanolium Amulet. Not sure what that... I think there's a definitive article missing there. Bella stated, pointed to an amulet worn on Michael's neck. I want it, but in return I'll give you good imaginations. I don't think that word means what you're using it as. Drugs? No, I don't do drugs. Michael protested, backed away. Back away, I'm not gonna... Sorry, but there's no refuse option. Lamb was exasperated as he approached Michael and pointed a blade to his small neck. You can go peacefully and take the amulet, or we can separate your head from your body. Which will it be? Yeah! Now, no need to be so rough, Lammy. Abella stopped Lammy as he put his hand on his shoulder and he turned to Michael. Now, let's face it, Michael. The Angelo star in your family is known to their sculptures. Their statues and arts are items of legend that even the black market wouldn't even touch. I don't think the second even was necessary. Since Lammy hadn't put her sword away, Michael could only nod slowly, sweating heavily. All I'm giving you is something that would make you get some good imagination. That sentence could have been worded better. Heard that humans tend to reject you. We ain't the best models for imagination, but you can't get a good image for them because you rarely saw them. How do you know? Michael asked in a shock that Umbrella seemed to read his mind accurately. Let's just say psychology is one of my specialties, Umbrella said before concluding. So what do you say, Michael? I can't help you gain your much-needed fame to be on par with your fellow Angelonians, but you won't be viewed as a failure anymore. All you need to do is to give me your Sanolium Amulet. But these have been passed down from my family. Mike was about to answer, and Lamb was about to put her sword further to threaten him more. But Isabella was able to pull her away a little. You don't need that amulet, Bella said. What have the amulets done to you just by hanging around on your neck? Nothing. But in my hand, it will become useful. So what says you? He reached out his hands as if trying to do a handshake. After much thinking, Michael nodded and handed the amulet to Umbrella's hand. I understand. I suppose I have to give this a shot, Michael answered. Please help me. You will not regret this decision. Let us be off, Lammy. Umbrella says he eventually walked away with Lammy outside the house. Once they are out of the house and from Michael's sight, why is it switched to present tense? Lammy instead whistled. Instead of what? And from the books, as came out another female door monster, this time having snakes for hair. There you are, Dora Medusa, Lammy called as the monster hissed. We've got it. I still want to give you the ability to sneak as silent as the wind. She tossed the Sanolium as it was eventually grafted onto the monster's neck. How? Monster triumphantly hissed as it eventually took a much more civil form. A normal woman. This is my new form? Dora Medusa also gained normal voice this way. Lack of definitives again. This is great. Now you can rampage as much as you want, Lammy said. Especially those weddings. Yes, ma'am. As you say, Dora Medusa said as he walked away slowly. Don't forget to bring your statues to me, Bella added from his battish mouth that wasn't seen. He was certainly forming a sick grin. In the meantime, Santa was on the way home from shopping. After all, she was the one to handle the foods for her teammates. At least he still got her own spare money. Where's the money coming from? When it accidentally humming on the way home, it suddenly stopped when she heard screams. What now? An edgy beast? She must have hurried to the scene where the scream was heard. It was a wedding on a church. Screams? In a wedding? Sato wondered as he looked at the wedding in chaos. Bride was crying on her parents' soldiers. Where's the bridegroom? What? Sato was looking for a bridegroom, but then was shocked. There was a statue of a man inside the church wearing a tuxedo. That was supposed to be the bridegroom? I have a bad feeling about this. Sato looked around and saw a little girl crying alone, approaching her without realizing she was there. Hey, are you okay? Big bro. The girl was crying, but Sato just hugged her and tried to stop by tapping her back lightly. It's okay. You can tell Big Sis what happened here. Big Bro was just about to get married. Then during the vow declaration thing, girl told old story, there was a flash, and then he flashed, Sato noted. Oh, I know, this must be a work about Umbrella. No mistaking it. This was another of Shibolina's work, or what? Sato looked back to the church. She was shocked to see that the statue was gone. Did they leave the door? Back in Michael's house, someone knocked the door of his house. Meaning they didn't knock, they destroyed the door. Oh, when he opened it, he saw the human form of Dora Medusa carrying a human-sized box on a trolley. A delivery from Agent Umbrella to Sir Michael, she stated in a happy tone. She wouldn't believe she could have pulled it off. A delivery? What's of this? Michael says he opened the box, only to see the statue of a bridegroom. Of course, Michael had no idea where he got them. Dora Medusa's apparently changed gender now. Wow, this is inspirational, just like the real thing, as far as I remember anyway. That's what happens when you live in your house alone for 20 years. Maybe that's why I couldn't find a model. Well, you know, the agent was so pleased, Dora Medusa said. He'll keep bringing you more inspiration. I'll get to work now, Michael said excitedly. He prepared his sculpting tools. Dora Medusa just exited. It isn't successful, Mom, Dora Medusa reported to Lammy, who was behind the house with Bella. Very great. I had fun listening to those people screaming in agony as well, Lammy added in excitement. And I thought only kids gave out such joyful screams, but adults give out the same. Just so you realise, Lammy, Bella said, minding her something important. And this is only to blow off some steam of yours. I hope the Dora Medusa finds where the Super Sentai is and turns them all to stone. Of course, Lammy said. It's only the beginning after all. Dora Medusa's been proven that nothing can protect her gaze of stone. Not even the holy Barbarisa tribe can withstand it. While she liked turning men to stone better, she also can turn women to stone. Consider this my way to bait them all. Considering this, they may split up, and turning them to stone may be an easier task. Day after day, Dora Medusa started by intruding into marriages and turning bridegrooms into stone. A lot of weddings lately. Seems she naturally held a grudge to bridegrooms if she had some bad memories about marriages. Shortly after, a number of petrified people began to rise. It would only be a matter of time until the Super Sentai caught wind of this. They'll grab the team split for a moment and ask around about the event. Holding Sato in one team, while May and Jiraiya in another, while Taku was on his own. Particularly, Hoden and Sato were able to procure a photographer who was present in several weddings, things where a disaster occurred, and got several photo shots for the whole audience. However, they looked like normal photos to them. You really don't find anything weird in this photo? Hody asked Chisato, holding one of the photos. Bad negatives or something? No, it's a perfectly fine photo, and so are the rest, Chisato answered. Ideas on a photography club don't go to waste, you know. Trust me.
It's a real story delivered by an actor.
Yeah, of course. All we can do now is to scan the photos from the computer in Bonds. Maybe we'll find out. Hody said, sitting course. However, in the middle of the road, we met Taku. Found something? Hey, you got photos too, huh? Taku said, photos on Sato's hand. I got mine too. Basically, it's what we can gather thus far. Can't wait for another incident to happen. Can I look? Look, sure, here. Sato then handed down the photos he had into Takaru. Into Takaru. Which means he just put them in his mouth. Alf. He checked both photos thoroughly. To his surprise, they're all normal photos. These look normal, so he can rule out that the photographers were at fault. Taku said he's got his suspicion, but he'd rather not take it out of focus. Was that a camera pun? He looked at the photo again. Wait a moment, you photographers did say they take these photos from those various incidents, right? Yes, he did. What of it? Hody says he looked at his own set of portraits. Don't think our photos share something similar? Taku says the three intensely compared Taku's portrait and Hoji and Sato's, and they knew there was a connection. Meantime, May and Jiraiya were asking other kinds of people. In particular, victims' brides. While eventually walking around, they discussed with Ikara. So far, it's just men who were affected, Jiraiya said. Weird, I thought they'd target women instead. Or children, May added. Judging at how Lammy seemed to change their tactics, adults are fair game too, it seems. And they had to be in the middle of marriage too, Jiraiya said when he sighed. Damn! Marriage is supposed to be a sacred ceremony. How can they do this? Ah! There was a scream. nearby. At that point, the two dropped whatever they're talking about and quickly rushed to where the scream was heard. There I saw golems and anoids taking away a statue while a woman was chasing him. Give him back! Give my darling back! Golems, anoids, and Marie's victim, May stated, looking at them. I knew Lammy was involved, as several golems suddenly turned to attack the chasing woman. May immediately rushed head first, leaping and kicking one golem and proceeded to fight the rest. Miss, are you okay? I'm fine, but please, my dear. Woman begs the ones carrying a statue running away. May, leave it to me, Jiraiya yelled as he gave chase to the anoids that carried the statue. Okay. May was a bit confused, but she wasn't that familiar with Jiraiya's perfect English, but she didn't understand what he meant as he continued to offend the poor lady. However, standing from behind, someone attacked woman. But it's not golems, but Taku, followed by holding Sato. Stop right there, Taku yelled as he punched a woman on the face. Jesus, it's mad. And Medusa, she's mourning a loss of her husband. Have a little decorum. Taku, what are you doing? May yelled at him. She's the victim. A little closer and she would have turned you to stone. Hoji corrected, surprising May as he faced woman. You knew that figure in various weddings every instant to take place. Whatever you are, you better show your face. Ha! Damn, and I thought I would have gotten that Risa tribe brat into stone. The woman said angrily as he gathered a golem nearby. Suddenly she transformed into her true self. She lost the ability to speak, only reduced to hissing. Oh dear, snake hairs. That's a Dora monster. I bet the name's Dora. She was about to say something until May said the name. Dora Medusa! It can't be! Well, as I thought, Sato nodded. As he said about Dora Medusa's hair suddenly bit one golem. The golem was eventually turned into a rock, and with one hand the monster lifted it like a huge totem. However, she knew that's not what to worry about. We got to do something to avoid the eye contact. No problem, Hoji said as he prepared his espilators. If we transfer, at least we can avoid that. We still have to watch out for the snake hairs. At least we'll be able to concentrate more on the hairs. Let's go, guys, Taku said, prepared to transform. Over mask! Red mask! Emergency! Deco Ranger! Face on! Dino! Oh, buckler! Install! Mega Ranger! Four transformed eventually began to fight the golem army along with Dora Medusa. The mobile golems were easily dispatched, but Dora Medusa and her petrified golem packed quite a punch in one blow. She was able to knock 3 warriors at once. Particular Red Mask, Deca Blue, and Terror Ranger. That's some hard rock, Red Mask commented, but it's not indestructible, I'm sure. Oh. Okay, I guess I should give this a shot. Come here, monster. Megara said she ran towards Dora Medusa. Mobile golems were easily dispatched, but Dora Medusa and her petrified golem packed quite a punch, as in one blow she was able to knock 3 warriors at once. In particular, Red Mask, Deca Blue, and Terror Ranger. No, I've lost my place. Obviously, Mega Yellow says he's run. Okay, I guess I should give this a shot. Come here, monster. Megara said she ran towards Dora Medusa, who just hissed and swung her statue. However, she's ready for interception. Blade arm! Making her hand as sharp as a steel blade, Mega developed a chop to the statue. Managed to stop the statue from moving further, but Mega Yellow continued to push, screaming to increase her tension force. Ah! As a result, the statue was cut in two, rendering with Dora Medusa weaponless. She hissed again and attempted to send out her snake hairs to bite Mega Yellow. She's about to cut them down too, but from behind, her friend shot laser magnum D sniper and ranger guns to a monster, stopping her hair at the track. When they could act, however, the Dora Medusa ran off at a surprisingly fast speed. As the danger subsided before demorphed. She sure runs fast, Taku noted. That was pretty cool to Sato. May, in a sudden what? Praised on. On wasn't necessary. Just that. How did Sato fare against Dora Medusa? You cut that statue in true. Oh, really? Sato could only give it a sheepish laugh of praise. Well, just look, I guess. Yes, could be. You shouldn't let your guard down just for one impressive feat. Hoji man, as he looks around and knew someone was missing. Hey, where's Jiraiya? Jiraiya? He went to pursue those anoids. I can't the statue. May said he reached out for communication to receive back rent and said Dino Button couldn't be used as an inter-team communicator. However, there was one problem. She hadn't gotten the time to familiarise herself with using dice. Now what should I press if I want to contact Jiraiya? She asked instantly. May. Hey! Suddenly the communicator spoke, surprising even May. Hey, it's me, Jiraiya. Found them. Yes, it's me. May was a bit confused on how to handle this communicator, but decided to try and use it. spoke like she's talking on the phone. Can you hear me, Jiraiya? Of course, I found my hideout, Jiraiya said from the other side. It's like we're calling up the statue to someplace. Cutting off. A deal to a black market? Hojo suddenly fired up. What kind of criminals behind this actions? Which alienized did umbrella contact this time? Where are you located, Jiraiya? Head straight to the southeast from where you are. There's a small house that's isolated around the field. I'll meet you there, Jiraiya says. He eventually, your communication was cut. Southeast from here, huh? Taku said as he looked there. Let's go! As the other three nodded but ran towards the southeast, hoping that they caught up with Jiraiya. To reach the house, they met up with Jiraiya, who was hiding on a tree. Immediately dropped down on arrival. Found anything, Jiraiya? Taku asked. It's awfully quiet for now. This could be our chance. And Jiraiya answered. To barge in? First of all, are you sure it's really them? Sato asked, trying to make sure. I mean, the same group who cuts up a petrified bridegrooms? I'm not mistaken. There's been another petrified bridegroom cut up before you arrived, Jiraiya said. What kind of twisted black market sold human statues like that? Taku's getting riled at hearing Clancy's wrist. I'm no police like Hoji. To ever see a place like that, I'll really tear that place apart with my bare hands. Well, it happened. I've been dealing with that kind of criminals in the past, Hoji said until he nodded. Any time now, Taku? Oh, right. Jiraiya says now is the time. Let's do it. Just be wary of traps. Let's go, Taku says before also nodding and followed them to the main door. I'd expect the main door was locked. There was no answer knocking it either. Maybe there's nobody home, May wondered. No, I can feel that someone's there. Stand back, everybody. Taku says he gestured toward us to take several steps back. He gathered all the aura power inside his body, concentrated to his fist. He took a striking pose. Hi-ya! With that, he launched a punch to the door, breaking it and letting the team enter. Quickly, the team entered the house. Eventually, they came to the basement where they saw Michael sculpting a statue while the statues were standing there. Hold it right there! Taku yelled angrily, catching Michael's attention. Oh, what the? How did you? Michael was angry hearing it as he turned back. When he saw Hoji, surprised. Is that your Hoji? You! Hoji was shocked as if he recognized the alien. Michael, the Planet Angelo. So you already means. Huh? Do you know him, Hoji? Sato asked. Oh, it was just from a minor case before. Hoji answered, remembering how he met Michael. Back then it was before Akaza Banban entered the service of SPD. Police force also tries to become a good citizen, helping innocents rather than just arresting criminals. While patrolling together with his Esper partner Jasmine, Hoji came across some drunken humans harassing an alien. The two stopped the drunken men to harass the alien further. The alien was very grateful. His alien was Michael, and he's been ridiculed as a failure of a merchant. However, both young polices didn't seem to think like that. Even Jasmine considered him a little cute. She offered to buy a souvenir from Michael, which he happily sold. Hoji also gave him an encouragement to not give up so much. Maybe he's not a pro merchant or sculptor, but if he keeps trying, he may reach that status. Michael happily saw the two resume their patrol. I thought you would heed to my word, but to sink this low. Hoji was angered, looking at Michael. Why did you think I saved you back then? So you could do crimes like this? Crime? I didn't do anything wrong, Michael persisted. I was just ordering some model for my inspiration to create a human-shaped sculpture. That's been the tradition of the Planet Angelo, but all I could create was just small-sized sculpture. It didn't sell well, and as a result I'm stuck here. I had to get out of this poverty. I need to sell something. Even if in process, Sato was also equally angry as he pointed to a bright statue. You'll take away the happiness of many people? You know where the beast came from? Live humans turned to stone by a monster. Wait, the what? At this point, Michael was shocked. Did he really ask the humans return to stone misfortune? Maybe humans wronged you in the past. Hoji says he prepared something in his pocket. That's an excuse for this kind of revenge. You really want to be considered an alienizer? Alienizer? Michael was further shocked. Unforgivable. Hoji says about to he sees that desperate lives praying to the justice. I thought you were decent, but you threw away the trust that I and Jasmine gave. You will pay for that. Wait, Hoji. And suddenly it was Taku who stopped Hoji after putting his hand on his shoulder. Something wrong with this. Don't act to us. Let go, Taku, Hoji yelled. It's already a criminal case. No, Taku yelled back to him. Look at him. As Taku pointed, Mike was on the ground, bawling uncontrollably. Please don't do it. Please don't delete me. Michael cried and begged. I wanted some quick cash, but I never thought I'd be harming humans like this. I never hated the humans. I knew this is what I'd get. I'd never accept this deal. Please forgive me. Wah! Crocodile tears? Hoji asked. There's a contract for some criminal to avoid punishment after all. Looks genuine enough to me, Jiraiya comments to the rest nodding. Probably maybe Ratabella was taking advantage of his state if his description is to go by. We can't be sure until we're set. Don't worry, I won't do anything rash. He took a deep breath as he took out the SB license. Michael, the planet Angelo, ordering repetification of humans to pure profit. Judgment! The judgment time was sent to Michael, who continued to cry and bawl. And for this time, he got the blue O result, meaning he was innocent. Oh my god! Hoji was shocked. That was a close one. I nearly arrested an innocent man. Thank you, Takeru. Might not be as much of a perfectionist as he was before. That one mistake would send him into a spiraling depression. But if he committed this mistake, it would be a mistake that he regret. Michael, I'm sorry. If you really didn't mean it, then you're innocent and we won't hurt you. I'm honest, Hoji. I don't want to hurt the humans. I just want to be a successful sculptor. Michael says he starts to calm down. But do your best, Taku said, putting his hand on Michael's shoulder. As long as you never give up, you'll find a way. Ah, Hoji also used to say that, and I just took the cheats away, Michael said. No wonder I'm a failure. Perhaps it's time I realized that my rival, Leo from the planet Nada, will always be better than me. I don't think so, May says he was counting small sculptures, particularly animals like birds or rabbits. Did you make these? They're so cute. I made those, miss, but they won't sell, Michael stated, still not really feeling hopeful. Maybe you're not selling them to the right people, May suggested. Just try selling it to children, they may sell well. Yeah, they'll be broken in a week if he does that. But after this, Meg was about to protest, but at that point, May didn't listen and just proceeded to give him a sweet hug. We don't blame you for this, you were just being used. I'm sure you're a good man, Michael. You can always try again. Please, believe me, she encouraged him. Aye. Alright, I'll try, miss. Mike said as eventually started receiving his bigger to start over again. When he looked at May smiling, it was a very sweet smile that was engraved onto Michael's mind. He felt refreshed and a bit inspired. I'll try your advice and I'll do it to the straight path of honesty again. Thank you, all of you. Well, I'm glad you see the error of your ways, Sato said, much more relieved. But how are we going to stop that creature? If we destroy her, I'm sure these men will be back to normal, right? Since it's Medusa, I think we have to lure her, Jiraiya said, thinking hard about the creature. We need something like a mirror, preferably a small one, to reflect her gaze so we can freely attack. Mirror, yes! May finally remembered something about the lore of the monster. Mirror played a great part in defeating Dawn Medusa in the past. Lack of pluralization there. Her petrifying gaze will be reflected by the mirror, so... Then we'll first need a mirror, Tak concluded. Let's keep a bond store on. Michael was suddenly interrupted. I'm not sure if this can help, but I once sculpted this mirror. It turned out terrible because it turned out you can't make something reflective from gravel. He then handed down a small mirror to Takeru, which he could handle with his hand. It may come in handy. Really? Thanks, Michael. We'll never forget your contribution, Takeru said happily, a face that was once angry become happy and glad. We got the tool. How are we going to reach the door Medusa and catch her off guard? Hoji asked. Sato's thinking and looked at the stats that Michael stored. Something brilliant flashed ahead. Hey, I've got a great idea. That door Medusa just targets bridegrooms, it seems so. Oh yes, Jiraiya eventually nodded as he finally realized what's going on. So, come up with something? Hoji asked. Yes, we'll prepare this right away. Come on, Hoji, we got work to do. Taku said, smiling as he led the rest of the team away. Eventually, the team relocated to a church. It made a similar folks' wedding, with Taku acting as a priest, Hoji as a bridegroom, and May as a bride, while Jiraiya was posing as the sole audience and Sato acting like the photographer. You really think that's gonna fool anyone? So is it gonna work, Takeru? Hoji asked, a bit embarrassed. Never done such stint before. As long as everyone cooperates and make it as realistic as possible, it should be, Taku tried to reassure. Realistic, but this is like stealing May's first kiss. Hoji was shocked hearing it. He didn't know the details, but he went through it. Like he's stealing May her. Shouldn't be robbing May of her, right? To be with someone she loved. First kissed? Surprised, May asked. That didn't make much sense. She was a warrior of love, but dealing with universal love, not the romantic love, so she wasn't so familiar with such term. I thought it's just in movies. Just pretend, but make it look realistic while pretending. You can do that, right? Taku tried to reassure them. Okay, we've got no time to argue. If we're successful, so come right in. Let's do this. That of folks' wedding is underway. Jiraiya just watched a bit uneasy while he looked at Sato, who seemed to be taking portraits enthusiastically, enjoying herself a bit too much. However, reminded of his duty, he pressed the remote switch nearby and the church was soon what? And so the bridegroom may now kiss the bride, Taku being a priest the most serene Tony could get. Hoji looked at May embarrassed. He was sweating hard. Never once he meant on taking a row onto his senior Sentai warrior. He looked at May, who tried her best to smile and assure it would be okay. Okay, it's just pretending. I'm just going to keep my lips a few centimeters away from hers and everything will be okay. Radley slowly moved his head forward. Marcel was trying to keep a composure too. Like Hoji, she was embarrassed and her face was getting hot. She's blushing. She didn't really know how it's like. It's a mixture of joy and fluster. Her heart was a bit too pure to understand this by herself. However, she knew that mission was at hand and she had to hold on. First, she moved her head towards Hoji and closed her eyes. At that moment, when Jiraiya looked behind, there was a woman walking by. However, Jiraiya only gave her a passing look. As then there was a loud hissing. The woman suddenly mutated her body, turning into Medusa. What? There was a loud scream out of team, acting like relatively surprised when he began to cower. Dora Medusa then glared at Hoji, her eyes staring at him. It unleashed a flash of light. He saw that he had become a statue. In a very quick moment, May reached a mirror from Michael from her wedding dress. Where was he storing that exactly? Pushed it in front of Hoji's face. Flash reflected back to Dora Medusa. However, her snakes suddenly covered her head as if trying to protect its master. As a result, her snakes were all petrified, making Dora Medusa having stone hair. Wasn't it making Dora Medusa have? So it wasn't enough. Petrification glare was too powerful that her eyes turned to stone as well. And our hero is about to beat up a blind woman. Success. Good work, guys. Taku says the team gathered to him, with Dora Medusa being unable to see. The monster fled outside, however. You're not getting away from here, monster. The team then gave chase and faced back the our golem is now assisting her. Seems to be C or I've heard the legends of you, Dora Medusa. In the past, you once fell in love with a human and was contemplating to betray Bandora, May stated. Then the human left you, but before you had a grudge towards men in love. Because you never learned to forgive. You now endanger the lives of many innocent men not involved with your vendetta. It's the same as always, isn't it? You made the relatives of those men you petrified suffer as well, Sato said, minding the angers of the young girls she met the other day. I know I forgive you for this. Taku, let's go. Of course. Get ready, everyone. Taku says, prepared to transform, followed by the rest. Aura Mask. Emergency. Deca Ranger. Face on. Dino Buckler. Super Henge. Doran Changer. Install. Mega Ranger. Okay, just give me a minute to do something. Okay, now to get on with it. Number 5 immediately transformed. Dora Medusa, however, wouldn't just stand there. She couldn't even comment as she was limited to hissing. Red Mask. Pursue mysterious cases. Is Deca Blue. Oh, and now I've changed the music. Terra Ranger, May, Ninja Black, Jiraiya, Mega Yellow. We are. This once. Red Mask cut the speech short and immediately went for the ultimate declaration. Aizen, Super Sentai. Okay, let's cut the chase on. Red Mask says he cracked his knuckles, planning to attack. Does he raise one of his fists? He has one a chain was thrown to that fist, tying him. What? This chain. Oops, hold it right there, Takeru. Aku, a familiar voice rang as someone entered the battlefield. Healed. Gyros. 5 of you 8 warriors against a severely crippled monster. Don't you think it's a bit unfair? Says the guy who's just chained up his opponent into a way he can't break free from. And I'm about to change the soundtrack since it's getting a bit too peppy. Okay, this will be good enough. You're the last person I expect to hear back from. Red Mask says he struggled to release a chain from his hand. You let go! Ninja Black shouted as he aimed something to Kiros. Kaku Laser! Damn! Kiros, distracted, ended up setting loose on the chain, releasing Dead Mask. Bah! No matter. That's just greeting. He then looked behind as he saw an younger soldier from a massive soldier he brought. Hey, come here, you! The younger soldier moved forward as he was confused on what's going on. Kiros then released the red moss bottle. Present from our agent's umbrella. Drink. You'll get the biggest promotion if you win. You win. Excited with the performance of promotion, the younger soldier quickly drank the bottle. Just as Kyo experienced it before, the younger soldier got an increase in strength. If it could laugh right now, it'd be laughing. But that laughter proved to be short-lived. Kyo's pushed very Unger to near Door Medusa. Surprisingly, one snake hair still remained. Really surprisingly, with the last ounce of its strength, it bit the strengthened Ungler, quickly petrifying him, and was used as a totem for Door Medusa. Only a totem also seemed to restore her eyesight. It seemed the potion's strength was channeled through the totem to her. However, with the hero's transform, the eyes wouldn't have any effect. It gave that soldier hope, only to snatch it away in that very second. Mega Yellow yelled in shock, seeing how Kyrus treated the soldier. "You monster! Damn it, shut up!" Kyrus yelled before he took command to the rest. "Get them!" Team men began to fight against the younger soldiers and Golem. However, while they were fighting, Kyrus was sneaking next to him along with Door Medusa. "Gotcha! Now die! Crescent screw!" Kyrus unleashed attack, spinning his chain and creating a tornado to the Super Sentai. And each had to dodge in separate ways. Door Medusa, on the other hand, confronted Megeo as she hissed and raised her totem. "You know that's not going to work on me. Blade arm!" Megeo explained she prepared her blade arm, once again attempted to top the totem. However, the totem was far strong as it made of a strengthened soldier. This time it was Megeo who was knocked back. "Impossible! It's far sturdier!" "Zato!" Red Mask attempted to help her up. That moment, Kyo's got on, was unnecessary, his way. "Not so fast, Taku. I'm clear aiming your head day." "Oh wait, I got it wrong. We on should be there. It should be in instead of on." Kyo was begging the two and began fighting. In the meantime, Door Medusa hissed it was about to stomp Mega Yellow with her toe. Snap! Main snake hair was suddenly separated Door Medusa, who was torn by a shuriken thrown by Ninja Black. As she looked behind, he unleashed his other weapon, Shinobi Knuckle. As Ninja Black unleashed his knuckle, it shot at a rope that circled around the totem in the attempt to pull it off. However, it was heavy when he fought. Door Medusa hissed as she pulled the totem, dragging Ninja Black off the sky. "Chance now!" Ninja Black thought he let himself, swinging and ended up diving right into the totem. Punched it with his might, using the Shinobi Knuckle, right on a place where Megeo tried to chop the totem up. Wham! Fortunately that didn't do much, and punching too hard caused Ninja Black to collapse on his knees. Even his actual knuckles were in pain of punching something so hard. Damn, that didn't work. As a result, Door Medusa just kicked him and threw him off in quite a distance, while Megeo was approaching him. "You okay, Darius?" she asked, worried. "Man, someone really needs a big strength to lift up something like that." That explains the kick. Ninja Black says he got back to his feet, wielding his pain knuckle. "I know, we have to find her weak spot. It may not be the hair. Let's go." Megeo stepped back and moved forward to fight against the monster. Meantime, after several rounds of fighting, both Red Mask and Kyrus hadn't gained the upper hand. "Being dead hasn't rusted your skills, I see," Red Mask said. "Yeah, but you're a bit rusty," Kyrus taunted. "That's why you're gonna..." From the same time as he stepped back, with an arrow shot to one of his arms, distracting him. The culprit turned out to be Terror Ranger, who approached their friend. "Taku, please leave this one to me," she said. "I understand you could need some help. Perhaps you can break that totem. It seems stronger than the last one." "Yeah," Red Mask nodded. He did saw how they attempted to break the totem, but he should give them a hand. I think that butt should be fought, and he would. The Kyrus didn't get in his way. Nodding, he then ran off to help the two friends as Terror Ranger stood to face Kyrus, who, while in pain, ripped away the arrow and stuck his arm. "You're gonna pay for that, my dear." Kyrus begged to release something from his pocket. Same drug he gave to a now totem Unger soldier, he drank and became more powerful. He quickly got near Terror Ranger and started swinging his chain, attacking her. At first, he was able to dodge and strike with a terror arrow, but his overwhelming strength and a butt was necessary with the while. Eventually overwhelmed her as he managed to circle her with his chain and drag him near her. "You remember last time we met?" Kyrus said, making her remember their last encounter when he had a monster turn Hoji's girlfriend into a vengeful one. "I do. I just know you're a disgusting person." Terror Ranger spat at him, but he's wearing a helmet so it doesn't affect him. "Oh, don't say that. I want to admire one thing, girl." Kyrus says he put his head near hers. "You're beautiful. Your voice is angelic. I'm going to make you mine." "What kind of joke is that?" Terror Ranger yelled as he stomped at his foot. Due to a drug, he didn't feel a thing. "You pig, I never surrendered myself to you." "Oof, that itches," Kyrus said. "No matter. After you, then maybe your other friend too. No women can resist my charm, and they exist to become mine." I think I'm seeing where Super Sentai vs Power Rangers got his characterization for Kyrus. By that time, when Kyrus were looking behind, trying to see how Door Medusa was fighting, First thing he saw was a fist of Decker Blue rammed straight on his face. "Is that how you view women?" Decker Blue says. Kyros fell, and Terrence managed to free herself and grabbed her terror again. "There's no wonder nobody will ever accept your proposal. You do not know how to treat a lady properly. You talk pretty big. Let's see how you face me man to man." Kyros says. He cracked his knuckles. "Not using your weapons, huh?" Decker Blue says it was the first time. "With a Mega Gestrine X from Umbrella, even my physical strength alone will be enough." Kyros boasted as he cracked his knuckles. Mega Gestrine was an illegal drug formerly sold by the ionizer Tylerian Durden. No, really, that was his name. Roughly translated. In black market for underground fighting ring. Simply A, underground fighting ring. Decrease the mass of muscle endurance, making the consumer more powerful. It's basically steroid. Well, eventually caught wind of it and created a liquid version of it called Mega Gestrine X. While it didn't display muscle increase, it would give the consumer even more powerful. Well, since it make the consumer even more powerful than a normal Mega Gestrine. Since it be the AB missing or it should be a normal Mega Gestrine user. That was the same thing Kyros used while in the case with Teresa. And also the same thing he gave to younger soldier turned to Dora Medusa's totem. Okay, that's a lot of exposition to take in. Oh, just another man fighting with drugs. Fine. As Decker Blue said that, he put his D-ball aside and also cracked his knuckles when he put on a boxing stance. "Come on!" "Hody, what are you doing? His strength is abnormal." Hearing the protest, worried about him. "Don't worry, mate. Got my experience of fighting a man on drugs. I'm confident that I'll win," Decker Blue said, remembering the last time he went on an underground fighting ring and eventually winning due to stubbornness. "Why don't you just help Taku and the rest?" Terry's done short first, then Kyros rushed in and attacked Decker Blue. However, he got up and also returned his strike. Fortunately for him, Kyros with Mega Gestrine X was stronger than his opponent in the underground fighting ring. I guess the X also makes it more powerful. Once he was able to overwhelm Decker Blue. Despite that, he kept getting up every time he fell. Looking at his determination, Terry decided to trust his spirit and headed towards Red Mask and the rest to fight Dora Medusa. Meantime, it's still both Ninja Black and Megio were attacking Dora Medusa head on. All while Red Mask was meditating behind him. Some help he is. He's trying to find out a spot within her totems so her team had needed time to beat her. Black Bow, Mega Sling! Both Ninja Black and Megio shot their signature weapons to Dora Medusa on the spots where they hit it back then. Still did destroy it and only served to rile her up. After a massive hiss, she tried to swing it down and trying to claw them with it. It was at that time Red Mask suddenly running forward. Target found. God hand! With his powered fist, Red Mask punched the exact spot with all his might. Even Matilda cannot handle such concentrated attack. I think there's another definitive missing. After being attacked in that spot several times. As a result, the totem shattered into pieces. Alright, success. "Aku, watch out! Totem may be gone, but her immense strength," Miguel warned him as suddenly in a single punch, Dora Medusa knocked Red Mask away. Hey. She was hissing again, trying to attack further, till suddenly her eye was impaled by an arrow. It turned out a Terrence from afar shot it on the eye, shouldn't be in the eye, instantly weakening it. The eye is a source of her strength as well, thus Dora Medusa felt really weak. Oh, so the only reason that whole Mega Gestrine in Unlo appeared was so she could become more powerful. "It's weakened," Terrence exclaimed, and she looked how Dora Medusa tried to pluck the arrow away from her eyes. "Hurry, you have to beat her before." "Got it," Red Mask says. He turned towards the other two. "Let's hurry, guys." "Okay." Nodding, Ninja Black and Mega Yellow followed him. Dora Medusa was so close and plucking the arrow on her eye. Before that happened, "Maski Crass, Gagre Ryu, Nagari Bosi, Blade Arm." Fine attacks for 3 Sentai warriors, a continuous wave were damaging enough to weaken monster as it was eventually destroyed. "That's great, guys," Terrence says he approached the team. "Yeah, what about Hojibo?" Red Mask asked. That moment, hurrying to realise what condition he's in and turned towards the fight of Kyros. Found Decker Blue just easily tossed away. "Ha ha ha, you're weak, man. You can't beat me." Kyros tauntingly moved forward. However, at that moment, Decker Blue got up and suddenly waved his fingers as if telling him to go on. "Bring it." "Why you? I'll kill you without even using my weapon." Angrily, Kyros ran forward and throw a punch to Decker Blue again. And he dodged and delivered a hook to his face. Kyros threw another punch. It was dodged and he got a straight. A straight what? For his doubles. What? "You know your weakness in this style," Decker Blue said. He punched him on the stomach before Kyros could retaliate. "Your punches are strong. They're not focused, easy to dodge. I read your moves like picture book. Shouldn't it be a picture book? Then he launched another hug on Kira's hips while continuing the lecture. Because you were so sure you could beat me in a few hits just because you do drugs. But you know what? He said back to launched several straight punches to Kira's chest and face. I am the most stubborn person in this universe. That's why I'll never give up, especially to the likes of you. As he said back, he launched an uppercut on Kira's chin, knocking him away. Do you think I've lost? Kira said he grabbed his chain sickle. Alright, no more games. Now I'll rip you apart. Crescent! He was about to unleash the crescent screw. However, as it was before, using Mega Gasturing X for a while had the side effects of depowering the user. As such, Kira's done damn you! You're called Hoji, aren't you? I remember your name. You got beyond you under a list of people I want to kill. Next to Takaru. As said that, he gathered his remaining strength to eventually leap away to retreat. Kill me if you can, I'll not let that happen. Deca Blue said, but as he looked behind, he saw the rest of the team looking on. What? That was cool, Miguel praised. You never told me that's a good boxer. Don't get any silly ideas. I'm not pursuing that career path, Deca Blue said. So I was a monster. Destroyed, Red Mask nods. He poked Deca Blue. You'll be honest, but you're really talented. Boxing. I've been just to learn a thing or two in such style. It's no talent, it's just hard work, Deca Blue replied, nodding. He didn't remember he was praised as a genius at hard work. Because it's been a long while since he used such style, didn't mean he forgot. And since it bonds also provided him chance to train aside of his marksmanship, aside of. But do you really still about creep Kira's terroring eyes? You should be proud, Hoji. Hey, Hoji, in Black said it. Isn't that where you say, oh, you requested? Fine. Deku said looked to the rest. This case completo. And after he points his thumb to him. Super cool. Perfect. At this point, Red Mask also plays. He likely hit Deku Blue's knuckle his own. Several days passed and the team was walking around, witnessing a wedding from afar. The ending went uninterrupted. This is more like it, Taku said, satisfied. That's how weddings are meant to be. Well, at the end he sighed a little. Dream that such an event would happen between him and Princess Ial. However, she had her duty and he respected that, so they had to separate. But he wouldn't let it drag him down and he continued to smile. Say any news about that, Michael? May suddenly asked. Oh, he just sent a letter to me, Hoji answered. Said your advice worked well, May. Found more profit by selling smaller, cuter sculptors. He's liked by the children now who buy his items a lot. Wow, thank goodness, I'm glad for him. May smiled hearing it. Also, he gave me this too. Already says he pulled a photo. It's actually an incomplete stats of a human. May's face is carved in him. I think you gave him quite the impression when you hugged him. I won't sell it yet though. Oh my, I don't know what to say. Hey, May said, holding her cheek in slight embarrassment. He's still got a long way to go though, but he's taking the necessary steps to improve. She continued to smile, looking for a picture, until she eventually shifted her look to Hoji. Say, Hoji, aren't you glad? Glad about what? I miss him his time ending on a high note, May said, holding him on his arm. No, I don't need to do that anymore, you should be happy. Well, to be honest, this mission might have been on down a note if you didn't stop me in time, Hoji replied, minding on how he nearly committed a mistake. He listened to his friend's advice. The first one he'd thank, he held May on his shoulders. Thank you. Hoji, May slightly embarrassed uttered. Her face started blushing as he stared at her. It was like that time as he nearly kissed him, even if it's for a fake wedding. Her heart was too pure and innocent. She didn't know what was going on. My heart was beating hard. My face feels hot. What am I thinking? From behind them I heard voices. Wow, you saved it. Taku's voice was heard. Yeah, but like a real couple. Cool. And so was Darius. They're so cute together. I wonder if any of the Deco Angel or Zoo Angel came to see this. Maybe one of them might get jealous. And the last voice heard was Sato. And Hoji and May looked at their friends and saw them looking at Sato's digital camera. When they realised that Sato was literally taking pictures of a fake wedding. Both Hoji and May got their faces frozen as they approached him. What are you doing, Sato? Leave those pictures. Nah, these are awesome pictures. It'd be a pity to delete it. Sato teased. You both look really cute together, Joy added, causing May to blush. Trying to stop it, jeez. That point, May said to Sato. Sato, you tell me how to remove that. Oh, I'll do it, Hoji said. He ran an attempt to catch the camera. Taku, catch! However, at that point, Sato threw the camera to Taku and he grabbed it. Knowing what's happening, he kept his grin. Come on, Hoji, don't be so tight. These are good pictures. We're not going to spread it for blackmail or something, so don't worry. Taku tried to show him, still smiling. Not funny, Taku, Hoji retorted. He tried grabbing the camera to Taku. However, he threw that to Jiraiya instead. Oh, please, just cut it out. Still embarrassed, May also tried grabbing a camera from Jiraiya, but he tossed it to the free to Sato. Eventually both Hoji and Mei ended up chasing after a camera, which was tossed playfully here and there by Takaru, Jiraiya and Chisato. Oh. Okay, I need to find a date. This has been a successful mismatch, ending on a high note for Super Sentai. We hope to keep our spirits and continue to make further successful missions so they can defeat the evil team and return to their home. With high spirits, nothing's impossible. Keep going and good luck, Super Sentai. Aye. Okay. I don't have a vocoder, so I'm gonna have to do this next bit with my hand. That's an interesting group. Unknown to a Super Sentai, sounds of two figures are spotted behind them. They're hiding within an alley. Dopamo, the time for us to strike has come. Tell her to get ready as well. As you say, my lord. A woman was passing by and noticed such conversation. However, when she looked at the alley, the two figures are gone. The woman then reached out to stealth when she spoke. This is Shivalina. Looks like you may not be the only one who's fighting with Super Sentai. We should keep an extra cautious eye. That goes especially to you, Gazadoko. What is that supposed to mean, you that stupid woman? Gazadoko is communicating with the main group based in anger and frustration. Extra cautious eye? Ha! Wherever this other group is, we'll have no time to beat the Super Sentai, because I will defeat them first. To be continued. Author's note, may we go about the new chapters? There was a little chemistry between Hoji and Mei. No, it is not romantic. If it is, it's just Mei being confused. Zyuange didn't get into romance much, so it might be a bit like her first time or something. However, there's a new shadow looming. You just smell we're hinting of something new with it. Next chapter will have a new series appearing, so let the guessing game begin. Also to note, if the italicized word wasn't really in brackets, it means it's the Kakaranger's style visible sound effect. You know, the Batmask one. By the way, Toe Ranger is the bow and arrow, so don't think it's just the arrow. Anyway, I rate your reviews. Keep them coming. Yeah, it was an okay chapter. It got a fairly decent plot and an interesting monster, and that hint at the end I'm slightly dreading. Well, what will it be? We'll find out whenever I next have time to do one of these videos.